Hi, I'm Weisbarth with Weisbarth and Associates. Welcome to my June 2023 Market Update Report. A year ago, I presented data showing just how far beyond the norm home sale prices were during the 2021 and the beginning of 2022. I referred to this period of price aberration as the COVID price spike. This month, I'll show you a similar graph updated with another year's worth of data that's even more telling about what's going on in our Seattle area real estate market. Before I do that, I have to share with you a headline from the Seattle Times from June 5th. The headline reads, "Seattle area home prices tumble from last year's highs." Really, Seattle Times? Really? That's the news? Talk about attention-grabbing headlines. This headline makes it sound like the sky is falling when nothing could be further from the truth. Let's look at some real data, shall we? The rising graph shows the median sale price for single-family homes in King County going all the way back to January 2013, so about 10 and a half years. I used orange to represent the portion of the database through December 2020 and blue to represent the portion of the data set starting in January 2021 to the present. And by the way, these trends that I'm showing you are true for Snohomish County and Pierce County, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's true for other counties in Washington as well. Okay, now this next bit is a bit technical, so hang in there with me. I added to this graph two straight lines. The dotted orange line that represents the straight line appreciation calculated using only the portion of the data set from January 2013 to December 2020, meaning the orange squiggly line. And then I extrapolated that line through the present time, meaning May 2023. The dotted blue line represents the straight line appreciation calculated using the entire data set, starting in January 2013 and all the way through May 2023. So that's the data set that makes up both the orange squiggly line and the blue squiggly line. What these two straight lines represent are the rate of appreciation of single-family homes in King County in the last 10 plus years. As you can clearly see, even with the large price increases during the COVID price spike, these two lines are very close to each other. So what does all this mean? It means that despite the COVID price spike, the market seems to gravitate back towards these straight line appreciation rates. By the way, if you want to look at all this information and read my report at your pace and leisure, you'll find this information in my June newsletter available online and for download for free at weisbarth.com/newsletter. That's weisbarth.com/newsletter. Incidentally, a similar price spike happened in 2017 and early 2018, although these spikes were not quite as pronounced. And yes, even then the media reported that the sky is falling. So this kind of fear-mongering is not new business. In the end, in all these cases, the market eventually corrected itself back to the straight lines. Again, I want to point out that these trends are true for Snohomish and Pierce County as well as other counties in our state. So what we're seeing now is the median home prices rising, although not quite as dramatically as it did last year. All of this brings us back to the fundamental truth about real estate, that home prices are determined by two forces, supply and demand. As long as the supply is low, which it is, and as long as the demand is high, which it also is, then prices will continue to rise. Sometimes they will rise too fast and then they will drop. Sometimes they will be above the line and sometimes below the line. But these periods are generally short-lived and the market corrects itself very quickly. So don't let misleading headlines confuse and scare you. As the old saying goes, numbers don't lie. The market is very much alive and well, and when you understand the dynamics of all these market forces, you can make better decisions about buying and selling. Speaking of which, if you know anyone who is considering buying or selling their home this year, please send them this video or refer them to us by phone, text, or email, or fill out the referral form on my website at weisbarth.com/refer. My team and I will make sure that they get educated on the buying and selling process, the things to do and not do, and of course on the market itself so that they can make the best decisions and maximize their results. There's no cost for any of this and there's absolutely no obligation. The best way to reach me is by phone at 206-779-9808. That's 206-779-9808. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow for more great insights, charts, and tips on my monthly vlog, and read our monthly newsletter at weisbarth.com/newsletter. I'm Weisbarth at Weisbarth & Associates. See you next month.